let's get in this crumbly pastry. Which bit you like? Look at that. So there we have it, old-fashioned date slice. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing the old-fashioned date slice with dates. Very easy to do indeed, a very tasty slice. I've already started by chopping, but I'm going to show you what I've done. Let's crack on and make the old-fashioned date slice. Come on. We have to have pitted dates. What does that mean? It means take your date, take it open and take the pit out. The stone in the middle. Okay, there's another one, look. Okay, job done. And then we take our dates and we just give them a little bit of a chopping. That's going to help it break down in the pan. So that's our pitted dates in there, ready to go. So grab yourself a pan, get your pan on. Now what we need to be doing is putting a little bit of water in there, a couple of tablespoons of water. We might need a little bit more. In there with the dates and in with some sugar. It's a flame on and we start to be melting this down. In with your butter. So what we're going to have in the end is a buttery date mixture, and it will be buttery. We're going to break it all down in there. It's going to take a good 7 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. Just keep stirring it. Flame not too high. I've got it too high. Flame not too high. And we're just going to bring that in there and melt it all together. Today's recipe can't be any easier. We're using ready-made shortcut pastry. Okay, now I've ready-made mine as usual, but just buy it in a packet unless you want to make it. And if you do want to make it, check out the link. Shows you how I make my pastry. Now, it always calls for a couple of tablespoons of water, but don't be frightened of putting some more in. It's going to evaporate off. We're not worried about that. What we need to do is get a nice buttery paste. A nice buttery date paste. So you're in control. A little bit of water never hurt anything. It's going to cook off. Again, look, it's gone already. So we're going to say 1/4 cup of water, use as you wish. Let's not just go for 2 tablespoons, it's pointless. There you go. Don't forget these are just virtually dried dates, but we want that paste, we want that moisture. Nice and steady, look, flame not high, don't burn it. You know, a good tip for any time that you're cooking, and majority of people already know, but it's always handy to have some water on standby. You know, if you're cooking too dry or it's starting to burn, just a splash of water. And I don't mean just for this, I mean for cooking. So just keep giving it a stir, and you know, you can actually feel while you're stirring, and if you can feel any quite firm dates that have not mashed, just mash nice and gently with your spoon or wooden spoon or spatula, whatever you're using. Just give them a little bit of a mashing. We don't want any hard dates in our slice. Okay, when you've had about 5 or 6 minutes and you've got this lovely mush in there, turn off the flame. Now we want to add a splash of vanilla about a teaspoon, and we want some salt. Give it all a stir in. And that is our date mixture. Smells amazing. Right, we just have to take that off the heat altogether, let it cool, because we have to spread it inside our slice. Right, today what I'm going to use for this date slice is a tray, a baking tray obviously, and it's about 13 by 9, somewhere around about there. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll some pastry out to fit the bottom. In fact, I'm just going to line that actually. I'm going to cut some parchment paper and line that. We're going to put the pastry in the bottom, put the mixture on the top, put some more pastry on the top, prick it with holes all over to let the steam out and shove it in the oven. There you go. That's going to do it. We just want to line out the bottom so we can actually take the slice out. That is fine. So now what we need to do is roll our pastry to fit this. A little bit of an overhang. So off we go. A little bit of flour on there. A little bit of flour on the pin. And obviously we're rolling an oblong. It has to fit that tin. Okay, so just let your pastry sit in there. Okay, we've got the paper there, don't worry about that. I need to bring that up there. Look, we've got more at this side, so let's do that. And hang that like that. So it doesn't matter if it's not too neat like that, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. Right, what we need to do is get our filling in there. In we go. Okay, just move your filling in there. Try and even it a little bit, you know, we don't want huge clumps of our date filling anywhere. Just smooth it out the best you can. You know, it doesn't have to be perfectly level. We just want a reasonable amount of the date filling. Try and get it roughly the same. All we got to do now, roll out the top, put it on there. More flour on your board. Let's start rolling. Now, obviously it's got to fit inside that this time. I think that will get it near enough. Looks about right. We'll just stick that on there like that, look. That looks fine. Come on, roll up your pastry. There's nothing hard about this. A little bit of water just in there, nice and gently. We don't want to make the pastry soggy, but it's going to have to stick around the sides. This is our glue. Most people know that already. On there. Now, can we get that on there? And then all we're doing is joining it up. Form yourself a little crust around the edges like that. Now, if you've got too much pastry like this, get rid of it. We don't want that on there. Off it comes. So just turn your pastry in like that. Again, we don't want that on there, look. So, you know, you could leave it like that if you wanted, or you can put a little bit of the old 2 finger, 1 finger on there. A nice little crust around there. Okay, so there's our date slice there, look, and you can see it's a little bit thinner on the pastry there. But let's not worry about that. Now, we have to prick it all over with a fork because it has to steam. But what I'm going to try and do, we're going to try and mark it. Very loosely like that. Not perfect, but it doesn't matter. Right, what we need to do is prick in there. Put a little bit of caster sugar on the top of there, or granulated sugar, whatever you want to know it by. And that is going in that 180 oven for about 25 minutes. Once you've had your desired length of time in there, out it comes, and you let it sit in there for about 15 minutes to cool in there, and then we'll take it out. Right, we need to be leaving that on there to cool. Okay, come on, let's transfer this off this wire rack just so we can cut it. Now, we certainly aren't letting this cool down as it should do. We're just going to get in as per usual. So let's get in this crumbly pastry like that, and then we just cut a couple of these across here like this, and you decide which bit you like. Look at that. That is absolutely fabulous. There you go. So there we have it, old-fashioned date slice. Look at that. Come on, we're in. Buttery pastry, and look at all that date in there. Oh man. Fantastic buttery dates in there with that hint of vanilla through there. That is superb. Wow. Perfect with a cuppa. Absolutely superb. There you go. Old-fashioned date slice recipe. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is. I mean, it's a simple recipe to make a date slice. That is fantastic. And if you do like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Oh.